Hello and welcome to, or welcome back to the Simply CA. My name is Alana, and last week we did more of a workshop style for utilizing the tools of yoga. So if you want a little bit more depth and a little bit more detail on utilizing a chair and blocks, then go check out last week's video, Yoga for Inflexible People. This week, I want to do one that you can do every day or like 3 times a week, if we're being totally honest. This girl, about 3 times a week or so, or if you have an everyday practice that you can get this into it, do it. This is gonna focus on just opening up the hamstrings, giving space into your back, and we're gonna do it nice and quick so that you can fit it in each and every day. You are going to be wanting a wall or a chair or something that's got some height to it, not just a block. You don't even really need a block. We are going to use just the wall or a chair, and that's it. So find yourself some space and let's get to it. So we're gonna start just a little ways out from the wall because I want you to be able to move a bit. So close your eyes, set your feet about hips width apart. Allow your arms to rest down to your sides and just pause for a moment here. Feel into your body, feel into your breath. This next round, take a full breath in through your nose and a clearing, audible sigh out your mouth. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale through your nose. Clear, audible sigh. Last one, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Roll your shoulders back a few times. All right, as you breathe in, reach up and overhead. As you breathe out, hinge forward, forearms to your thighs, long spine, hands to your shins. Inhale, lengthen, straighten your legs, reach your chest forwards. Exhale, hands or forearms to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen, hands to your shins, pull in through your core. Exhale, bend your knees, flat back, forearms to your thighs. One more time, hands to your shins, straight legs, pull your chest forward. Exhale, bend your knees, forearms to your thighs. Inhale, stand up, flat back, reach up. Exhale, we're gonna do that again. So forearms to your thighs, bend your knees. Inhale, straight legs, pull forward. Exhale, bend knees, forearms to thighs. 2 more. Inhale, straighten, lengthen. Exhale, bend, soften. Last one. Inhale, straighten, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. You're gonna reach forward, stepping yourself to the wall. Hands come up to about shoulder height or so. And then walk your feet back until you form a box with the wall. So hands are about shoulder width apart. Core is pulling in and up. And then you're gonna drop your chest through your arms. Now from here, if you can, straighten your legs, and you might play around with how high or how low your hands are on the wall, depending on your own flexibility. So in this space, really focus on lengthening the backs of your legs here. Weight is evenly distributed through your feet, and push the wall forwards as you move your sitting bones and your hip creases backwards. So you're very active in this shape. Now, if you were in downward facing dog, you'd be holding your upper arm bones in towards each other. So you're gonna try and do that here as well. Nice and strong through your core. If you're shaking, that is okay. That means you're doing it correctly. Really push in, use the wall. Try to relax your shoulders. And then to exit out of this shape, you're gonna walk your feet in and stand up. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, forearms to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lean forwards. You might have stepped away from the wall. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your hips. Now from here, you're gonna step your right foot back behind you and step your left foot a little bit further towards the wall. Right toes are gonna be rooted down and really anchor down through your pelvis here. So we're just gonna get into that right hip flexor a little bit. So you can stay as you are. Hands can be on your hips or arms up above. You can, if you would like, inhale, straighten out your left leg. Exhale, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. I really need to not look at you. Inhale, straighten, because I'll lose my balance. Exhale, bend. Good, now stay in that bent knee, so you're in that high crescent lunge. Open up through your right hip flexors. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your hands onto your hips, and we're going to change that back foot. So back heel lands on a slight 45-degree angle, coming in for warrior one. And now, again, bend into your front knee, anchor your sitting bones down, push out through your right calf, lift up through your spine. Whoop. Hands can stay on your hips, or you can reach them up above. Again, we're going to play around with straightening and bending this front leg. So as you inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend it down. Inhale, straighten that knee. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now this time, inhale, straighten, and you want to be close enough to the wall that you can reach forwards, hands land on the wall, pull your hip creases back, and feel that length and that space through your left hamstring. So your left leg is straight and you're using the wall as your support. So if you need to be closer to the wall, move yourself closer to the wall. Hip creases pull back, and then see if you can anchor down through both of your feet somewhat evenly. Even though you're using the wall, contract your abdominal wall as much as you can, and then allow your breath to flow. Really squeeze your left thigh, so you're pulling your muscles into your femur bone here, and you might, as you do that, feel the shake through your left leg. That's okay. If you need to, you can soften just for a moment to re-engage. Good. Slowly, you're gonna walk your hands back up the wall, step, meet your feet together. Give yourself just a moment, release your arms to your sides. If you want, you can close your eyes. We'll flesh that out, so step yourself back a little bit from the wall so you don't hit your head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forearms to your thighs, bend knees. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach your chest forwards. Exhale, forearms to your thighs, bend knees. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to your hips. So this time you're going to step your right foot just a little bit more forwards, left foot back. We're starting in that high crescent lunge. Find your balance. Calling myself out here. Anchor down through your pelvis. Whew, I can feel this side's a little stiffer. Hands can stay on your hips, or you can reach your arms up overhead if you would like. Really push out through your back leg. Get yourself solid first, so hug your outer hips towards the center line to help you engage with that balance. And then from here, as you breathe in, you're going to straighten out your right leg. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now pause here, readjust. Give yourself another moment. Feel into the shape. Feel into the opening of your left side. Good. Now release your hands down to your hips. You're gonna hop your back foot up and pivot it on a slight 45-ish degree angle. Root down through your sitting bones. Again, push out through your right calf and your left shin. Hands can stay on your hips, lengthen your spine, or you can reach your arms up overhead. Again, we're gonna straighten and bend that front knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. This time, inhale, straighten. Keep that leg straight. Hip creases pull back, and you're gonna reach forwards for the wall. If you need to move yourself closer, move yourself closer. Now, the reason we're really focusing on these standing, straight-legged poses is that when the hamstrings are tight, they pull the pelvis underneath you. So by by opening up and lengthening the hamstrings, by finding space in the hamstrings, we allow the pelvis to be a little bit more released. And with the pelvis being released, you're releasing tension in the low back. So it all connects through this back line. And standing poses, because your pelvis is not anchored anywhere, are really the safest way to get into the hamstrings, which means that they are the safest way to get into the lower back. So that's why we're using these shapes. I know they don't necessarily seem like a whole lot, but they really are quite impressive when it comes to releasing low back pain, because they engage and open up through the hamstrings. We're also targeting just a little bit of hip flexors with those back lunges. And so those combinations, when done consistently, are going to allow the pelvis to release some of the tension that is pulling both your legs and your back. All right, now to get out of this shape, you're gonna walk your hands back up, step up, and then readjust yourself a little bit away from the wall for a moment. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Release that. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend knees, forearms to thighs. Inhale, straighten your legs, chest forwards, hands to your shins. Exhale, bend knees, forearms to thighs. Inhale, stand up, reach up. And exhale, hands come back down to your hips. Now from here, you are going to step your right foot back. I am going to turn around and I'm going to use the arm of my couch, so that you can see me. So you're gonna step your right foot back and swivel it so that the toes are pointing towards the long edge of your mat. So we're opening up into warrior two. And now from here, you wanna do your best to bend into your front knee and straighten and push out through your back leg. If you want, you could have a chair in front of you, and you could use your wall to help you engage your back leg. So instead of sinking into that back leg, you can push into the wall and use that. Doesn't really help to extend your arms from there. I'm going back up here because I want to be able to use that arm. So from here, from your warrior two, inhale, straighten it all out, reach up. Exhale, bend into your front knee, arms to your sides. Inhale, reach and straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach and straighten. Exhale, bend. Now keep your arms as they are. Inhale, straighten out your left leg. Reach your left fingertips forwards, and then if you have the wall there, you're gonna touch the wall and use that as your support. Because I've had to change sides, I'm gonna use the couch arm, and that just shows if you have a couch or a chair that's more easily accessible, use that. Hip creases are pulling up and back. It's almost as if you're doing a hip check to the wall or to that space up behind you. Top hand can be on your hip. Iron out your low ribs and feel the opening through your left hamstring as well as the front of your pelvis here. Eye gaze can be wherever it works for you, and try to keep lift and space through your left side waist. All right, to come out of this shape, you're going to softly bend into your front knee. Hands come back onto your hips, and then you're just going to pivot and turn yourself towards the direction that you're facing into that high crescent lunge, and step yourself up to the top of your mat. As you breathe in, reach up. As you breathe out, bend your knees, hinge forwards, forearms to your thighs. Inhale, straighten, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, forearms down. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your hips. All right, last one. You're gonna step your left foot back behind you, setting yourself up into that warrior two shape. So pelvis and back toes point towards the long edge of your mat. Bend into your front knee, adjust your hips between your heels, and try to open up the front of your pelvis any amount. Really engage and push into your left foot and use that left leg as a lot of strength to help you drop your pelvis down towards your mat. As you breathe in, straighten out, reach up. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, stretch down, bend your front knee. As you breathe in, straighten out, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, open. Now keep your arms as they are. Inhale, straighten out your left leg. That's your right leg. Straighten out your right leg. Reach your right fingertips forwards. Use that wall to help you create length and space. If you need to move yourself closer, go ahead and do that. And then really straighten out and tighten up your right leg. Left hand can be on your hip. It can be up above you. It could be reaching forwards if you really want to go for it. But you don't have to do any of that. You can just keep your hand on your hip. Or sometimes I like to use my hand on my sacrum to help me remember to open up the front of my pelvis a little bit. So with my hand on my sacrum, it's like I'm trying to draw that triangular bone at the base of your spine towards your back heel. Feel the space coming through your right side waist. And anytime, any reminder to squeeze, straighten, and tighten your right leg, go for that. Try to lean back any amount. I'm noticing as I'm kind of letting myself fall into the shape. Are shaking, that's okay. Try to quiet your breath. If you can't quiet your breath, if you can't quiet the shaking with your breath, then soften yourself in the shape. So come out of it any amount in order to give yourself the space to soften your breath and your body. All right, to come out of this shape, you're going to bend into your right knee, hands come back onto your hips, pivot your left heel up, just a quick pause in a high lunge, and then step forwards, meeting your feet hips width apart. Roll your shoulders back, make sure you've got some space between you and the wall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forearms to your thighs, bent knees. Inhale, straighten, hands to your shins. Exhale, forearms to your thighs, bend knees. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to your hips. We're gonna take that box on the wall or the modification of downward facing dog one more time. So you're gonna step yourself to where you can place your hands smoothly on the wall. And then if you need to walk yourself back, drop down through your head, and then straighten your legs, pull up through your core, push out through the wall. Try to soften your shoulders, hug your arms together. From here, you're gonna bend your right knee and look to the left. And straighten. And then bend your left knee, look to the right. Pull your hip creases back. And come back to center. Push out through your legs, push out through your arms. And then slowly walk your feet back up. Release your arms to your sides, standing up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down your back, close your eyes. Take one hand to your heart and cover that hand with your other. Softly bow your head down to your chest, to your heart, that space of inner knowing. Feel your heart beat and take a moment to thank your body for everything that it does and for everything it allows you to do as you travel through this life. Thank you so much for sharing this time and this space. Namaste.